burning down the cum. Degrees, burning down the cum. What's up, guys? I'm driving back to the rehab hell. And it's a good song. It's Talking Heads, right? Good stuff. Good stuff. Burning down the cum. So I got, man, this math homework, man, it's killing me. It is nuts. It's nuts stuff. I don't know how Jan likes math stuff, because let me tell you, it's not my cup of tea. It's all this bullshit numbers and equations and graphs. I'm not going to use this stuff. This is pointless bullshit. You know? Plotting linear regressions. Oh yeah, I'd like to linearly regress back to my childhood and get the hell out of this math class. Yeah, I don't think linear regression's gonna come in too handy with my lifestyle. Unless I can linearly regress how much cum I'm coming every week. I guess I could plot that in a scatter plot graph, right? Oh, today it was 3 inches of cum. Wow, and I could plot that on the scatter plot graph. I can be a graph boy. I can start making graphs. I thought I should start making a web comic, because it's an easy way to become famous on the net. You just have to make a stupid web comic, and then before you know it, you're like a famous guy, like Stone Toss or all those other webcomic guys, Ben Garrison, you know, all those rest of them. There's a whole bunch of them. It's a big, untapped market for webcomic boys. A big market out there, right? Big market. And so that's what I should be doing, is making webcomic shit. Tails gets trolled, you know, all that sort of stuff. Ketone suggested I read all of Electric Retard, which is like the edgiest webcomic ever made. You guys can look at it if you want. But be warned, it is quite graphic and edgy. It's called Electric Retard. I don't know if you guys want to check it out. It's not super long. It's just like, 10 or 15 minute read. I'm looking for... I need an idea. If I'm going to make a webcomic, it has to be something interesting, like I was thinking like Stone Toss, like a racist Stone Toss comics, except like it's penguins and they're racist towards seals and walruses in the Arctic Circle or something. I'd call it Racist Penguins, the webcomic series for tweens, and it teaches you to I don't know. It's just that's what I thought of earlier. So it's animals. People like animals. They like drawings of animals, especially racist animals like penguins or things like that. So I could go in that direction, then become famous from that. Then I'd like to... Something I'd kind of like to do is a retreat, like you know how Philip K. Dick like had a cabin in the middle of wherever, and he just did meth and wrote books all day while he was in meth psychosis. I'm not saying I want to do meth, but I want to like have my own little cabin oasis or something, and just, you know, solitude in the desert or wherever I am, and embrace the heat of the desert and the cold and solitariness and the mental anguish that comes with that sort of retreat, just retreating mentally and spiritually in a solitary environment, like a hermit vacation retreat type deal. And, you know, my stepdad I found out he remembered that he has some empty lots in the desert, and he's like, yeah, you could put a RV on there. It's like 2 hours away from here. You could put an RV on there, or a small home, or whatever. Or what did he call it? It was like a house that they deliver to you on pallets or whatever, and you build it, and they deliver all the ingredients for the house, and then you just build it. It's like it's a modular home type deal. So now what I want to do is look at cheap RVs, and then possibly just like put one out there on the desert lot that my stepdad owns. I was looking at other lots nearby to rent, and it literally is in the middle of like the desert. You know, the town population that it's in is 266 or so people, and this is in California. So this gives me like small town Kansas vibes already, because my family's from Kansas and stuff like that. So Kansas has very adorable, boring scenes and small towns of very few people, right? Which is great. California, where I am now, it's millions of normie people squawking their mouth and dribbling their cum and all that stuff. So I was thinking I could look for a cheap RV and go park it out in the middle of nowhere desert on the open lot, and have my own little mental vacation experience and see how long I last out there. And so I guess I'm looking forward to doing something like that. But I don't know how gung-ho my parents are about that, because I'm not sure what I would do for work out there, really, you know, because there's no real work out there, right? So I would need E-Star bucks to live. Kind of, like, I mean, for gas, I guess. I have some money saved up now, and I have food stamps and shit, so I don't think I need too much money, really, to chill out there. Honestly. So I'm thinking about that, and because I would like a hermity experience. You know how, like, people do magic mushrooms in the middle of, like, forest by themselves or whatever, and they try to seek, like, a spiritual experience, kind of, but, like, a psychoactive, psychedelic spiritual experience, kind of like Native Americans and shit. So, yeah, I mean, if you type in Google, I think it's like realchem.com or realchem.net, they sell microdosed LSD now for cheap-ish, and you can easily buy it on the ClearNet now. And so I thought that would be interesting for whoever's listening to, if they wanted to try. I recommend many people to try microdosing because it's scientifically proven to increase the length of your penile shaft. So for no, but really, it's just like I'm so bored because I can't drink beer that I just want to do anything else to enlighten my experience while I'm living on Earth and my conscious time here. Just want a little spicing it up a bit, you know. And so But but anyway, yeah, this math. I got math homework left to do. I have to take a quiz and I have to take a test, which is 50% of my grade. So I'm just dreading it. And let me tell you, this math textbook is doing a terrible fucking job at teaching me how to do the specific bullshit problems that they want me to do for the homework and the quizzes and stuff. The math book is gay fucking faggot bullshit, and it does a terrible job at teaching me math. I fucking hate math, and I hate when they can't teach you stuff right, or they teach you stuff well. Not that I'm great at learning things in general, but like, this just sucks. It's fucking gay bullshit. I hate it. I hate math. I want to quit. I just want to quit. In my work, they're talking about vaccine mandates now at my work. So maybe they'll fire me. I don't know, because I'm not getting the shot, right? So we'll see what they do and what they do about it, because I'm not getting it. So we're going to see if they fire me. And I don't know what you guys are doing about that. With your guys' jobs, if you guys have jobs or whatever, I don't know. But yeah, jobs are getting gay because Biden, fuck Biden, right? He's a cocksucker, and you can't just tell the whole country to get shots for work so that you can continue to live with a paycheck. Right? That's like Nazism. That's like Hitler stuff, right? That's like World War II, getting the gulag stuff and work in the mines. And I talked to my psychiatrist who's a couple days ago, who's totally cucked, and he keeps telling me to get the shot, right? And he's totally cucked. And my mom told him that I thought that the shot was a conspiracy and stuff. And he's like, "Oh, you drank the Kool-Aid, Jer." And I didn't say anything, but because I don't care to argue with other people or anything like that. But like, I mean, this is the guy who drank the Kool-Aid. It's not me, because I didn't get the Kool-Aid into my body like this guy did, right? So I did not drink any Kool-Aid, man. It's these people who are drinking the Kool-Aid that is given to them by daddy government right now. You know what I mean? Harley Davidsons are so cringe. Super cringe. Yeah, so I gotta get home right now, and I have to fucking try to finish as much of this bullshit homework as I can. It's just a pain in the ass. It really is. For what, really? Just for, and I just want to quit my job and stuff, kind of, because I don't like all this, like, pressure and all this stuff, like all this responsible pressure stuff and all this stuff. I just have to remember, like, hopefully I'm telling myself that I'm in a savings, what's it called? Right now I'm in a savings mode. Because I'm saving up my money, so I'm just telling myself I'm in a savings mode right now. And so I guess I'm saving up my money for, let's just say I'm saving up my money for a RV or a plot of land or something, and so that's why I should not quit right now, I guess, like, so I can save a little bit of money or something, to get an RV or something. Oh, I don't know, so it's just, yeah, these are tough times. Like, our grandparents, they knew tough times, right? but they were able to buy like several houses, right? So their tough times are a little bit different than our tough times. We can't buy houses anymore, but they could. And they're like, but the Depression, the Great Depression, I can only afford 3 houses on my Ford Motors salary. I'm so depressed. It's the Great Depression. I'm gonna kill myself. I'm depressed. They're called the silent generation, are the over 80s and 90s, in case you guys didn't know. But right? I'm so depressed. I can only afford 3 houses and 2 cars and a large family and a wife and a paid vacation. I don't know, whatever they had, you know. The Great Depression, more like the Great Gay Oppression or whatever. Nowadays, you know, we got nothing, right? We got apartments that are expensive as hell to rent. We have houses that are unbuyable because they're so expensive. And we got fentanyl, which is killing tweens who are confused enough to take it. And we got all the propaganda in the media and the shot agenda and the gays agenda and the satanic agenda and all these agendas that our grandparents didn't really have to deal with. And all this bullshit that our grandparents didn't have to deal with. And it's all being forced on us right now. So we're really in the thick of it. You know, the Cock-Big-19 deaths are very low in places like Australia or whatever, but the suicide numbers are very high because this was never about, you know, saving people's health. This was always about controlling people and requiring more and more rules and laws to keep people under the government's control and stuff like that. So we're seeing more and more parallels to the rise of Nazi Germany and things like that. When you look at Biden's speech saying our patience is wearing thin, and then you look at the 1930s speech of Goebbels saying our patience is wearing thin towards the big nose tribe of people, the bagel creating people. And Goebbels, Hitler's right-hand man, said, look, our patience is wearing thin. And now we got Biden saying, look, I don't want to say the words, the buzzwords, the unshotted people, our patience is wearing thin and you're putting us all in danger. Where have I heard all this before? Oh yeah, from Goebbels and the H-man himself, the 1488 boy himself. So we're seeing all these interesting parallels and things coming back out of the blue from 70 or 80 years ago, popping back up again. Very interesting stuff. Seems like history is really repeating its self and all this stuff. And we get to see it. We get to see it. So the world is just getting more totalitarian these days. Everything's being secured and locked up and organized and controlled and all these things, right? So, anyway, I'd love to stay in chat, but I really should try to do some of this bullshit homework. It stresses me out, man. It's too much. It's too much fucking shit. It's too much, man. And went to the doctor today for my toenail. I thought that they were funguses on my toenails, but they're probably just bruised and bleeding from wearing shoes. The doctor said they're probably just bruised and it's probably not a fungus. So I don't know how to get these bruises off of my toes. I bought new shoes today. Going to see if that removes the bruises and the bleeding. I didn't want to buy the new shoes. My mom told me to. So I just said okay and I bought them. I don't like spending money. I'm trying to save money right now, not spend it. These people don't understand. But also I'm very... What's the word? When it comes to money, I'm very, I don't like spending it. I forgot the word for that. It's kind of like the word selfish, but it's kind of like a cheap, I don't know, like a cheapskate, or like Mr. Krabs from SpongeBob, I guess. I don't like spending money for some reason. So I just don't really end up spending much of it. I don't go like shopping usually or anything like that, I don't buy much stuff really. I'm not like normies who go out and buy like a car all the time and all this shit. I'd actually just like save it up for random, I don't know, just save it up. Anyway. Fuck. Let's see if I can make the Racist Penguins webcomic sometime. There's stuff that I just never get around to doing, obviously. So I don't know if I'll get around to it. But and I just don't have luck with things in general that I make. They don't take off in popular ways most of the time. So it's kind of like, what's the point of making stuff if it never gets you to where you need to be? It's all just kind of stupid and gay, isn't it? It's kind of pointless, but it is what it is. Okay, I need to do this homework. It's a pain in the ass. I really don't want to do it, but I'm supposed to try or something in past classes or something, so I can get a psychology degree or something like that. And really, even if I got a degree, nobody likes to hire me. Plus, they don't want to hire you without the shot, maybe. Plus, there's like no jobs anymore-ish. Plus, I'm picky about how many hours I want to work. I don't like working too much. I like maybe 1 or 2 days a week. How many jobs do you think are going to allow for that? Maybe negative 1 million? Plus, jobs are kind of gay. And so, yeah, there you go. So what's the real point of me trying to pass these classes if it's just a bunch of tricks. It's just a bunch of trickery. I'm really not meant for all this stuff. It feels like something is forcefully keeping me in a bubble away from my true life path. Some forces are purposefully keeping me in this boring, stupid lifestyle. It's like they're keeping me content. They're keeping me quiet. They're keeping me bored. They're keeping me caged up in this life. They're keeping me caged up like a caged animal. And all of my life choices are planned and prepared. They're all planned and nicely organized. Today he's going to do this, and then he'll do that, and then he'll walk here, and then he'll do this. It's all just planned and structured. There's no room for creative inspiration and moments of passion and sexual cock. And there's no time and passion, and there's no pleasure, and there's no room to break out of the mold of cum and mud, and everything's all tidy and clean, and it's all just boringly structured and prepared and organized and square, and there's no freedom in my decisions. It's all so tightly knit and pathetic and forced. It's mental and spiritual warfare and slavery. And if I could just find the thing I'm supposed to be doing. But it's so hard and to find that thing that you're supposed to be doing. Because I've tried everything and I'm not very good at anything. So it really don't know what I'm supposed to do or what I'm doing or anything like that. I don't have any particular things I'm great at, so I don't know where I fit in this planet of the apes, so to speak. So it's just tricky to find your place in this mess of a flat earth place here. Anyway. You guys know what I mean. If you think outside the box, you guys got to think outside the box. Right? Every day you got to think outside the box. You can't be stuck in that bullshit robotic box that traps our spirits in our brains and stuff. You have to tap into your imagination and your free spiritedness, stuff like that. Anyway, God bless you and your family. I gotta work the next 2 days. Pray for me. Hope something terrible doesn't happen. The next 2 days, I hate work. It's only a matter of time before something terrible will happen. And I'll be there to take the fall for it and the blame and the pressure of the horrible situation I'll find myself in. That will pressure me to quit the job immediately, perhaps. We'll see. It's only a matter of time before something completely terrible happens. It just hasn't quite happened yet. That's what scares me about this job. Something could go very wrong. And then it's up to me to handle it. And I'm the last guy in the world who would like to handle things like that. I'd like to stay hidden and invisible in a corner somewhere. So quiet that you can't even hear me breathe. I'm in a public bathroom with you and I'm in the shitting stall. And I don't even breathe because I don't want anyone to even know that I'm in that stall next to them while they're in the urinal. I'm so quiet. They think they're in the bathroom by themselves, but I'm there. I'm just a fly on the wall, as the guy in rehab said the other day about me. It's true. I keep to myself. I'm a quiet fly on the wall. Quietness. It's all quiet. All right, I'll see you guys.